know, guys, when I sit with people and I say, you keep going the way you're going, in 22 years from now, your total asset base will be just over $2 million. You're going to be a multi-millionaire. But $2 million in 20 years' time will be very different than $2 million tonight. But you are going to be a multi-millionaire. And if you're to retire on 75% of your income on the last day, you run out of money at 8 because your asset base is only $2 million. And then I say to you, hey, if you can start accumulating and building your asset base, we could take you to 9 million. People go into disbelief. They never talked about this. They never seen it. But that's all. Just using your rights as an Australian to buy more of Australia. More of its own companies, more of its houses, and that is. Now, who are you going to work with to get this done? Because the first barrier is to save yourself some money. The next barrier is to actually know what to do with the money. The third barrier is, who will you trust? When I pitch for your accounting business, or to work with your accountant, how many times have we had to work with accountants across Australia? See, when people introduce us to accountants, they say, what happened? And they say, no. We don't want to talk just about what happened. We want to talk about what's happening, what will happen. And when our accountants get what we are about, they too become our clients. Because they start to build assets off the farm. Have their own personal chain reaction. The wife says in the meeting, if we could save $200, that's what happens? Yep. And this is simply a table and a spreadsheet saying you buy this house this much and you're applying 5% growth to the property, so a percentage of your shares. Just percentages of growth, and you're holding the assets over time. And it calculates in the background your income increases, rentals, and etc. Some fundamental assumptions there, but they're very conservative. So by having all this, got the point? Yeah. What if we could save $300? Check this out. They can go, folks, to almost $19 million. You know the saying that money makes money? That is. Do you understand now my comment about don't take Australia for granted? See, because by being unaware of this being possible, you're not really on purpose taking Australia for granted. By becoming aware that this is possible and not doing it, it's insanity. This is what happens if they decide to save one extra $100 and build themselves a chain reaction. Now, who is going to come on a journey with them? That's why we put our hands up and say, can we work with you? Think about a business model where instead of actually selling and flogging stuff to people, you teach them to become rich themselves and help them to build a chain reaction because what they see and they understand. I stand before you here tonight proud to let you know that 40% of the people that work in JDL, I met them like this. In an evening, right, like this. And then they said, I want to put my hand out, I want to work here. If you go to our website, that is, you want to work at JDL? Are you a champion? You want to pull this off? We want to talk to you. So guys, it's not about flogging stuff to people, it's about empowering them, educating them. And when you start looking, and when you look into my book, people sometimes look at what we wrote and the stuff that we have out there. People want to look for the sophisticated. Hold on a second, you haven't got the basis covered. You got to start paying yourself some money and see that this is possible. So many people then, when they look at the book and they come back to us and look at the concepts and say, oh, what a eye-opener. See, guys, I stand before you knowing that people are hypnotized by income. Very recently, we had a guy from the Westpac Corporation. I don't know if you can name banks, but we have had from Westpac, ANZ, we have had senior accountants, and people come from all walks of life and said to us, you know what? I've been talking about money all my life. I have an economics degree, but no one taught me to get rich. And you know what? It is so simple. It's about asset accumulation. I had a guy come to me and said, I feel like a fraud. Why? Because I've been talking to people about money. I'm the kind of guy that if you come and see me, if you need $5 million up, got it. But Julio, after spending here the day with you, my house is worth 1.1, 1.3 million, somewhere in there. I owe 600 grand on my house. I got 200 to 300 grand in my super. I don't know how my super is doing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing me the chain reaction. Promise to deliver now. But you know what? Knowing about the chain reaction, not implementing it, it's the same as not knowing. So how can I say to you to engage with it? Has anyone ever sat you down and took the time to show you that this is possible for you for real? No la la la. One of the beautiful things about JDL as well is this. Your money is always your money. There's none of this, oh, give us your money, trust us. No, no, no. Your money is always your money. We organize, we arrange, we set it in place, but the whole structure, everything is always yours. Right? Here it is. I was not joking. I had a picture of most people you care about and possibly your own. Which one of the three graphs is yours? Do you want to know? Do your financial health check. There's a thing I want to know from you is this. Do you understand that most people, there they are, closed white boxes with a little bit hole of possibility of tomorrow trying to get a better job or a pay rise. There's no wealth creation on a pay rise. That is what you have to do with your daily money. What I want to say to you is this. Would you be a red box, open to possibilities? And that's the only thing I want to ask you is, would you get clear with me tonight? What do you want? I want to know, what do you want? See, because if you define for me, I want to retire on 100 grand, very simple. I got to go and accumulate, put my team around you to accumulate $2 million. Yeah, outside of your home. Get rid of your personal debt, pay your home off. You're absolutely right. And in a country like Australia, absolutely right. In a country like Australia, this is not hard to pull off. In Brazil, hard gig. Very hard gig. But here, one step at a time. So what I want to know is, what is your blueprint? What I want to know is, tell me about your plans. Let's work them together, map them out, throw them into the red box. Right? Let me ask you this. How much can you save? How much are you prepared to put into the box? Let me ask you something else. What are your numbers right now? How old are you? I had a guy come to me the other day and said to me, hey man, I'm 62. I wish I met you 10 years ago. Right? Well, it's too late for me. I said, you for real? Are you planning to die soon? The numbers are the numbers, folks. The numbers are the numbers. So bring your numbers along. I have people saying to me, I'm too young. I would say to you, work cross-generation. Bring your parents along, because there are strategies you can design across generations. I don't have the time to cover that here tonight. That's why we run the intensives, the one-day events. Now, guys, here's the other things. Would you have a chain reaction? Houses that buy houses going into the box. Okay? The next one is, here's the money now coming from your asset base rather than from your labor. You have made the switch. Unleashing the power of JDL. So what is it? It's a company with a conviction. My name is Julio De Lafitte, and I stand for the average Australian being richer because they can. What I'm sending out today is to take one person at a time and a person for life, give them financial intelligence, and then have the best of professionals to work with them, never sell them anything, but build them a chain reaction because we can, and work together. I want to stand up in a room and have multi-millionaires as my friends. Now, guys, when we have more money than we know what to do with, then we can tackle some other problems like poverty in the world. For real. Not out of guilt because we feel, dirty about our money. No, it's because we can. Imagine if property number 4, all of its income, all its profit is used to address poverty. By simply giving families a small loan to start a business, you can radically change their lives. Buy someone a cow or a goat. It's not just because. It's because we can. And give it direction. You cannot be on the green if you're in the red. You cannot give money away if you yourself on the red. But if you have more money than you need, then you can seriously do a dent in this world for the better. Guys, this is the song I would like you singing on the way to work. The more you invest, the less tax you pay. The less tax you pay, the more you drive your debt down. And I sing it like this. The more I invest, the less tax I pay. The less tax I pay, the more I drive my debt down. It's good, huh? It's just a memory hook. So let me show you this. Let me just conclude. A chain reaction is just a system where houses buy houses. And against the houses, you buy everything else. And all your assets are separate by finance structuring. So not one financial institution has control over everything you own. If you don't have one of those, you should. Yes, you should. You know why? Because you can. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the ninth wonder of the world, the chain reaction. Your financial health check plus integrated accounting equals. Has anyone showed you this? Your numbers, your results. Imagine. Where's your pig now? See, the pig being the little place where we put the money in. Our parents told us, put the money in there, and then one day you have a big asset base. That is going to cause the biggest pig you ever imagined. Do you understand? If you show up at your accountant with one of those, you're the sexiest person your accountant has seen in a long, long time. Because if you show up and it says, what happened? And you go, paid my mortgage. Okay, I'll try to deduct your uniform. Don't have one. Ding dong. You show up with one of those, your accountant can do so much tax planning. It can prepay the interest in your shares, prepay the interest on your properties, and can take some money from this and that and put money in super. Guys, that is a structure that one should have without being flogged anything. Do you have anything like this? I want you to understand that lucky moments may bring you hope. It's a system that will make you rich. It's about you first and your numbers and product later. If you don't have that in the right sequence, you just have people trying to sell you stuff. All right? Okay, guys, let me just bring this to a close. You've been wonderful to me. I know some of you are thinking, boy, the man can talk. But I am inspired by the possibilities that this is creating for you tonight. Okay? As a business, we understood that people want to know, they want to achieve, they want to learn, they want to belong, and they want to have results. So we created JDL. We are celebrating the multi-millionaires we have already created. Most of our clients that came to us, they knew very little about money, and they had issues about that conversation. But they're going to be first-generation multi-millionaires. And the numbers are increasing. So it is with tremendous, tremendous awe and a sense of accomplishment that I thank you all for being here with me tonight.